Hey, what's up, friends, family, and fans? This is your boy Stone Stafford, along with, as you already know,
Yes, me, Johnny Vaughn. We rocking in quarantine, playboy.
quarantine. Yo, speaking of quarantine, did you participate in D Nice's club
I
quarantine?
did. I got in when I hopped in. It was like 45,000. He hadn't hit 100,000 yet. I got in when it was like
Yeah,
45,000. I rocked with it for a little bit. I think it got up to like 60 while I was in there,
right.
and then I got sleepy. I ain't gonna lie. It was
That
nap time. But yeah, man.
yeah,
Shout out to D Night. Though it was a
that
dope
was
set.
nice.
It
That
was
was a
dope.
great. It was. It
Yeah.
was. I mean, a lot of stuff he was playing that made me. I was like, dang, now see, that's a DJ.
Uh huh.
I mean, some of that music, I was like, that's a DJ.
Oh, he was digging. He was in his bag on that one, no doubt.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. He went down to the basement. So, how is everything going, man? How's the family?
Oh man, it's crazy. So we talked about me being sick a little while ago. I got sick
Right.
again last week, which I'm thinking now was just a real bad allergy attack.
Okay.
Once spring came in, like all of that pollen blew through. I swole up, got puffy, developed a cough, was sneezing, itchy eyes, and everything. So I was down for a few days this week with that. And I deal with migraines too, so I had a couple real bad
Wow.
headaches. I don't think I actually had a migraine this week, but I had a few bad headaches.
That's
Um,
migraines are the worst.
bro, I don't
I
wish that
feel
on
for
my
people
worst
that have
enemy, bro.
those.
I don't wish it
Man.
on anybody. But my wife was sick 2 weeks ago. She got sick again around Wednesday, Thursday when I started feeling better.
Wow.
And it's no fever, but it's a lot of coughing, a lot of sneezing. So I'm hoping hers is
Okay.
an allergy thing too. But she's like down, just in the bed, out cold.
Maybe just a regular cold or flu or something. I hope.
I hope
I mean,
hope
not that I hope, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, other than what it could be, so
Right.
we'll
Right.
definitely take the lesser of the evils. But outside of that, man, everything's good. Little man woke up with a bad cough a couple of days ago, but I mean, he
Hmm.
woke up this morning and he was fine. So, I'm thinking, he everything should be good. So we just got to get her back. You
All
see
right.
that thing about taking 20,000
20,000
grams of
milligrams.
vitamin C? Milligrams, yeah. So
Milligrams.
went to the store, bought the 20,000 milligrams of vitamin C. If you don't know how much vitamin C costs, 20,000 milligrams will set you back a little over $140, about
That's
$150.
crazy.
I don't think it's possible to take 20,000 milligrams though, bro, because like we got it in the powder form,
Uh-huh.
and she was only able to get to about 900 milligrams. I mean,
You know what? And I
so
think Tosh
much
said
powder.
there's some kind of a liquid form,
There's a liquid form. Yeah, there's a
yeah,
liquid
light
form.
something, whatever. She thinks that's what he was taking.
It had to be, dude, because they
Yeah.
were out of the liquid. I was looking for that because I figured that would have been easier just to mix with drinks anyway. Dude,
Right.
if you don't cook that powder into your food and eat it with your cereal and put it on your bananas and apple,
Vitamin C oatmeal.
yeah, there's no way. No way, dude.
That's gross. That's gross.
But yeah, everything's good, man. How about you on your end? What's going on?
Well, first of all, I'm growing. I'm maturing.
And by that you mean you haven't spent this much time in your house with your wife.
No, actually, no. So a moment went by that I wasn't going to bring up, but I'm gonna bring it up. When you were talking about your allergies, whatever, you said you get all puffy. I started to say, take that.
No, stop.
I did. I was like, you know what? Respect the moment. Respect the seriousness of the moment, Stone. And so I let it go.
I'm actually
very proud of
impressed,
myself.
dude. I don't think you've ever done that. That's big.
Oh, the timing was there. Because even about what you were saying, I take that was perfect. I sacrificed. That was a comedic sacrifice right there. But no, everything is cool here. Thank goodness. So
Good.
we closed Icon. So Icon's going to be closed for a little bit.
Okay.
And just, giving people time to take over this. And I was talking with a friend of mine, and she was talking about she has some ideas she's going to work on. And I said that matter of fact, this kind of topic of what we're talking about today is just how opportunity can sometimes present itself in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
And we may look at the seriousness of this whole virus thing or whatever and focus on that as opposed to trying to see any opportunities that are in this. Like whenever people ask me how I'm doing, I always tell them, I said, man, I'm on working vacation.
Right.
That's truly how it feels to me, and definitely my prayers go out to those that either got affected,
Absolutely.
or for those that are in the hospital, and even the families that lost people. Definitely haven't forgotten about them, and I
Right.
literally pray, over them. But for everyone else that's kind of weathering the storm, yeah, I see this as an opportunity because
Yeah.
I've been chopping away at this book, little chip by chip by chip, just taking a millennium to get it done.
But you're doing the work though. That's the thing.
Now, but yeah, little by little, and I granted, the consistency part has been there, but like an ant eating an elephant type of
yeah. Oh, dude, it's an undertaking. Yeah,
it is. So this is giving me an opportunity to make great strides with that. I've written 3 songs, bro, and I haven't written a song in years.
Yeah.
And I just wrote one last week, and so now this one I've just been vibing with 3 songs, getting crap done around the house. It's taking forever. So yeah, it's just an opportunity to be productive.
I was having a conversation. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and it's one of my friends who's always like, I wish I had more time to do what I want to do. I got to work so much. And she hit me up yesterday and was like, do you think we're going to be able to go back to work, in April? And I'm like, you spend literally all this time every day talking about you don't have time to do what you want.
Right.
Like, this is literally giving you nothing but time. And the one thing is on your mind is going back to work where you can't do it. Like, have you done any of this stuff that you've been telling me you wish you had time to do?
And I think people might miss that treasure of a moment that we have right now. I told my friend Jessica, I was like, it actually was a dream that I had, to be honest with you, not to sound prophetic because it's not, but I was dreaming how there was these 2, this is going to sound like some ancient Chinese song, but it isn't, I'm telling you. So there were these 2 archers, but it was a legit dream. 2 archers, and archer 1, or both of them were, they went to the field or wherever they were to shoot the range, or it wasn't a range, but it was a field. And they put their quivers down and stuff. And the first archer started to load his, take his arrow and load his bow. And the other archer was doing the same.
Mm-hmm.
But then like out of nowhere, this huge storm was coming in. And the first archer, he held his arrow in his hand. He's like, all right, well, I don't want the storm to blow the arrow out of my hand or whatever, so I'm going to wait till the storm goes by and then pick it up.
Right.
The second archer, he went on and loaded his bow anyway, and he pulled it back. And he held that position until the storm passed. So when the storm passed, the second archer commenced to go ahead and loading his bow. And the first archer, and it turns out they were shooting game. And apparently there was only one animal to shoot. It was a dream, so it was weird. Mm-hmm. But by the time the storm passed, the second archer, since he was already poised and ready, he let the arrow go. He got the game and left. And obviously just came. I was like, wow. I said, and I kind of thought about this moment. I said, there are going to be people that kind of stop, pause. They just going to rest, binge watch, chill, all this kind of crap. Then when this is over, pick up where they left off.
But then you're going to have an opportunity to actually be productive.
Be ready. And there are going to be people that are taking this time now to plan, get all the setup stuff done, line everything up. And then when this whole thing is done, they're ready to pull the trigger.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been kind of in the same mode as you. I've done a whole lot of writing too. Obviously, kind of being sick those first few days, I couldn't leave, couldn't do anything. All I could do was type on my phone. So, I mean, I got through a few chapters of my stuff, but I also been reading a lot too. So I went back and reread a book that I read a while back. It's called How to Think Like a Millionaire. It's the 7 critical ways the rich think differently than the poor, by Mike Littman. And then I read a new book called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Just kind of like repriming myself. Like the mindset doesn't change, but like it just kind of gave me a refresher of like how to focus on what I'm doing, just hitting some of those step-by-step principles. And we talked way back about me having a photographic memory and not looking at the plan.
Right.
But like rereading some of these books that I've read that have these breakdowns, they kind of helped me refocus a little bit. And Mike Littman's book is one of those crazy things that I think a lot of people ignore in this process because my friend, so when I told her, like, if you're going to be off, stop worrying about going back to work and do some stuff. When she got to thinking about it, the first thing she's like, well, I'm not really ready to start on what I want to work on. And the number one principle in that How to Think Like a Millionaire book is literally just getting started.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
what you
like
kept telling me. Like even with this
yeah.
podcast.
It's
Yep.
like you don't have to get it right. You just have to get going is
Yep.
how he says it. And it's like the first principle was start immediately. The second one is improve it until it's good. 3 is get feedback. And then 4 is polish until it's great. And when I told her that, I was like, you've got the time. All you have is time for at the very least, the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Right.
You just got to do something.
Just get
and then once you
it.
get it done, go back and polish it and work it.
Right.
So me going back and rereading some of that stuff just kind of reminded me that, I have been putting some stuff on hold too. Like I've been focusing on working on this one book when I've had these ideas for a bunch of other stuff. And instead of trying to force that one thing out, I was like, let's just get started on these other ones. And I end up cranking out a lot of ideas on this other stuff that I have been just putting on the back burner because I finally just got it started.
Right. And that's so fun. And that's the thing. Like the opportunity we're in right now is you're going to have those that are going to, let's just give them benefit of the doubt, come up with the idea for the book.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to have
song,
those
or the movie, or the script,
or the song, or the movie. But then you're going to have those that start writing the book, those that write the songs, those that write the movie. And when this whole thing is done, they're releasing their book, or they're releasing the song. They're, shopping their script instead of, okay, now that I got the idea mapped out, now let me go ahead and write. Yeah, so no, I agree with you 100%.
This real dope guitarist, his name is Julian McGuire. He plays with Justin Bieber and a whole bunch of other people. He posted on Instagram the other day, and he was like, yo, this next music season is about to be lit because the real artists are locked in and creating, and everybody's going to be dropping albums at the same time when this is over with.
You know what? Ooh, I can see that.
Think about that. Yeah, think about that.
I can see that.
And it's like, if you can get yourself in that mindset to say, I want to be a part of that storm, when that wave of just content starts to drop, I want my content to be in that wave.
Yep.
I think
those
that's
of you that are, and sorry, and just so y'all don't know, I don't know if we're going to release this video now, but in case you don't know, Johnny's at home, and I'm here. We're gonna go ahead and have full disclosure on that.
Yeah,
because we ain't trying to be in the same airspace.
No, we are definitely social distancing.
But just trying to set the example of doing our due diligence, but at the same time trying to be consistent and giving y'all what y'all need.
Yeah.
As we proceed to give you what you need.
You were doing so good.
Oh man. Anyway, but because I lost my train of thought. What I was saying. Oh yeah, so I lost my train of thought. So, but at the end of the day, there's an opportunity. Oh, that's what I was gonna say, because those that do music, like, really take this time to create. You know what I mean? Because now that you have the time, write the song, step away, go back, write it again. Like, make it an art. You know what I mean? Instead of just throwing something together, throwing it out on SoundCloud, and I just released like 50 songs this week. Like, let's take the time to craft the art. That's
really focus on quality. That's right.
It really is, man. We really can see music literally just change in the next month or two, just because people are sitting down and taking their time to craft their art. Man, that was good. I like that. And then not only that, it's a good chance that because we're social distancing and stuff, and shout out to those who are in their apartments by themselves, what I mean, and it's in solitude. I know we have video and phone calls and all, but sometimes that can still be rough. So first of all, shout out to y'all, man. We thinking about you, and if you ever want to, holler at me or something like that, feel free to give me a call. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and just give you my number.
You gonna Mike Jones it right now? You gonna do
give me a call. It's 904.
Psych.
2222. No,
man, you better cut the man.
Well, whoever's number that is, they about to get them.
Yo, I had somebody do that to me one time. That was legit. Oh man, that was an experience, bro. I was off. A quick story on that. I was off. I was in Orlando. I was off, and my co-host. They did, everybody does like 777-5309 or do the 5555. They do that. He did my number for real on the air. And it was, bro, I just started getting these random text messages. I was like, yo, what is going on with my phone? I get back to work the next week. I mean, this went on for like a week. I'm just like, bro, I'm getting mad text messages from crazy stuff. And he's just laughing when I get back on the air. I'm like, bro, what are you? And they play me the air check of what happened. I can look back at it and laugh now. I wanted to murder him.
I bet you did. And just so y'all know, the first 7 numbers, not 7 numbers because only 7 numbers. Duh.
Yeah.
The first one was a 5 number. No, first 4 numbers I gave were actually, Johnny's.
I mean,
yeah,
you
I
can
had to
cut
switch it up at the end. I didn't want to do that soon. But the whole point about being in solitude and stuff is it's a great opportunity to cleanse yourself from the toxicity that you're around all the time, especially where relationships are concerned. You can cleanse yourself from all that kind of stuff. The anxiety, there may be anxiety from this whole thing, but if people keep this thing in perspective, it really is just, and I don't even want to oversimplify it, but for everything that I'm reading and learning from it, it really is just a bad flu just without a vaccine.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now, granted, and because there's no vaccine or cure, then it's a type of flu that then can then progress.
Yeah, and then the fact that it can turn into like a form of pneumonia too.
Right. So, but in the beginning phases, it really is killable.
Yeah.
Without a whole lot of effort, like literally, if you just feel a tickle in your throat, immediately, several things you can do: gargle with salt water, OD on vitamin C, and really technically you can't OD on vitamin C.
Not just salt water and vinegar.
And vinegar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And make sure it's as warm or as hot as you can take it.
Yeah.
But gargle with that. If you have any zinc or what's that stuff called? Codes, lozenges, take that. And we're talking about right at the tickle. Literally, if you attack it right then and stay consistent on it, even just throughout the day, it'll be gone.
You can kill it.
You can kill it. So take the fears. Don't let fear, because again, that's all we all know. That's false evidence appearing real. Like focus more on the facts than the fears. And if you're a person of faith, if you have faith and facts, you shouldn't be fearful of anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? So jump on it like that, but just take advantage of these opportunities, because if you are by yourself and alone, you got noises and distractions that aren't around you anymore. Shout out to y'all with kids. You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all.
We are not okay.
Right, because that whole noise and distraction thing, that's a myth. That's a myth. That's all you right there.
Man, so Friday we had our first online class, which was parents and students with my son's teacher. Just to kind of recap because they sent a whole packet of homework to last for 3 weeks. And then starting this coming week, they start the classes online. I think it's like every other day. It's like Tuesday, Thursday. I think they're doing it with just the students and the teacher, where they'll be online for like 4 hours doing classwork. And I can't wait for that. Even though he'll still be in the house, but I will have, because like I've been Mr. Teacher this week, because my wife works from home 90% of the time, so she's been still working.
She's working anyway, right?
It's been daddy cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and daddy doing homework, and single mothers, single parents. I got a different respect for y'all after just this week, because it's serious out here. He done ate all the cookies. Half of my barbecue chips are gone. The stores ain't got no more. Like, bro, it's serious.
Man, this is a great time, though, and I'm not even being deep or funny.
No.
But this really is a great time to go to the next level where discipline is concerned. And even with your kids. And I can tell y'all right now, I'm sure someone's just like, Stone, you don't even understand. You don't live in my house or blah, blah, blah. And you're focused on how uncomfortable it's going to be. Yeah. Well, hello. That's what working on discipline is.
Exactly.
It's uncomfortable.
It's completely uncomfortable.
You know what I mean? But so there are just so many opportunities to be had right now. I just want Jony and I, we just want you guys to focus on that. There's so many opportunities.
Saying that right there, I think, is the number one thing from my perspective. Like, I think the two of us, when we lock in on what we're working on, whatever the project is, our focus is on 100% when we lock in on it.
It tries to be. And she's going to kill me when she hears it, but the reason why I have to go to a separate room from Tosh, and this isn't a complaint about Tosh, but if she heard me, this will turn into an argument. But like when I start getting into something to read, there's all of a sudden this barrage of questions just start coming. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think about this? And how about that? And man, that Trump said, I was like, But then if I focus and if I don't answer because I missed it, then she'll answer herself, like real sarcastically, like. So I'm like, oh my gosh. But then I get up and go to another room, like, well, fine. Go. I'm like, I can't. Yeah. So anyway.
Well, no, I mean, and I put that in the category of minor distractions. I'm more so just talking about from sharpening the skill of being able to activate your focus on command, because that's a part of the doing it under a disciplined regimen.
Focus on demand.
Focus on exactly.
That's some Shaolin stuff right
bro,
there.
what the?
Seriously.
It is, man. When you could get to that key, I mean, the elite writers, the elite producers, they turn that thing on and off.
Yep.
I mean, you can always see like some of your favorite producers when they do those, make a beat on demand, and it don't come out that good. But then you put Roddy Jerkins or somebody like that in there, and it comes out. And it's like that could be a single tomorrow. Like it's because that light switch, that focus, like they know how to get to fifth gear on command. This is the perfect time to actually work on that. I mean, you're isolated, you're quarantined, you don't have the outside distractions unless you allow them. Turn them off and force yourself to learn how to focus the proper way and then just work. Literally.
What I would hate to see is what I'm going to call the Acres of Diamonds syndrome. Have you ever read the book?
Not yet, but I will put it on the list now.
Acres of Diamonds by Russell Conwell.
Okay.
And basically it's a story of how this guy, I hope I tell this right, but basically he owned his land and he was content and happy. He was content and happy with his life, you know, with his wife, his family, his kids, all this kind of stuff. But then there was this, I think there was a gold rush or something. And until he heard about this gold rush, he was fine. He was content. He was wealthy because he was happy.
Right.
But when he heard about this gold rush, all of a sudden he realized, or at least thought, he needed and wanted more.
Yeah.
So he went out, tried to, travel the country, trying to find all this gold, and eventually spent all of his money. And then he turned into this vagabond.
Chasing waterfalls.
But it's so funny you should say water, because in the book, out of nowhere, it just says, then a wave came and he welcomed it to sweep him away.
Oh, wow.
So this guy dies, right? A man buys his land. And when he was out there, doing something with the land and working it, there's a creek that ran through the property. And he saw a little shimmer. And so he went to investigate, and it turned out to be a diamond. And so then when he went to go get it, he saw another one. And lo and behold, it turns out literally there were acres of diamonds underneath this land.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So here's this man. Yep. So this man was sitting on top of opportunity, sitting on top of having just any and everything he wanted. But instead, he thought it was somewhere else, and he didn't lay hold on it. And that's what I don't want to happen to people sitting at home right now during this quarantine stuff, is that you have opportunities to explore the thing you love. Like now's the time when you can do it with no loss.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like this. I really enjoy doing that. But you never wanted to do it, and you can never focus on doing it. Like you were saying, Johnny, with that focus. Yeah. You couldn't do it because why? Because I got to get up for work in the morning. Or I got to do this.
You can stay as late as you want right now.
Really,
you got nowhere to go tomorrow. Now, listen, I don't want to downplay the seriousness of this, because I will say this. I do know that people whose jobs are affected by this.
Boom! I was about to say the same.
Who don't have an income right now, who don't know when that stream's gonna come back. That is a real fear. I get it. Like rent is still due, but like Stone always says, like all you can do is all you can do, and this is literally.
Say it, Johnny. I was just about to say, Johnny, I'm about to sound like the bad, tough guy.
No, but this is literally that time. Like
there's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do about it.
All you can do is all you can do. And if you have your creativity right now, create your future right now, because that's what you got. You got right now. That's it. So maximize right now.
Okay. Where do I send the offering to?
We gonna pay. I'm gonna get like these new age churches. Send it to the Cash App.
Right, send it to Cash App.
Church's Cash App is
Cash
a
App
dollar sign
of Calgary, New Calgary Baptist Cash App. But
I have been Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Johnny, and this is.
That is it. But that look here, John. You know me, Johnny.
Yeah.
That's the accountability factor that I'm talking about. And you know what? I had a situation recently where I almost don't even want to talk to people about accountability anymore, because like folks get so offended. And, they get so offended, and they're like, well, it's the way that you say it and talk, because you know me, you said it before, and I forgot what episode it was actually when we were telling our story. And you were like, see, Stone getting all passionate about it. See, but you knew what it was.
Yeah.
You knew it was passion, and you knew that passion comes from me actually caring about these people getting this stuff. But there are people, they mistake passion, and then they call it me being condescending.
Yeah.
or me
Well,
talking
and I mean,
down
I'm
on them.
gonna give them a pass because they don't know you as well as I know you, as well as Tosh, or as Ian knows you. But
See,
I
that
will
makes it
say
worse
this.
because I get it from people who quote unquote know me.
And then that's what I was gonna say. That's the problem. Like what you got to do in these situations, you just got to develop a tough skin and approach every situation as somebody trying to bestow a blessing upon you of knowledge, as opposed to looking for a reason to become offended. Because what can you do with being offended? That's just gonna piss you off, and being mad is not productive. It's
That's
not.
all it is. Just take a
So
breath and be like, all right, is what he's saying makes sense, and is he saying it out of love? If
exactly.
you say yes and yes, right, like, hello.
And yeah, then there's
I
nothing else
mean,
to even argue at
yeah.
that point.
So anyway, my whole point in saying that is I love the way you said it because, like, yeah, it is real that you don't know what's going to happen with your job. It is real that money and income has quite literally stopped. It
Yeah.
is real that you have a child or whatever in the family that you're like, how the heck am I going to provide for these? Those things are real. So by me getting all like, yeah, but you got to do what you can do, just because I get riled up and stuff, that's because I want you to get the fact that, look, there's nothing you can do about that right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So get off your laurels, get off your pity pot,
Yep.
and figure it the frick out.
Right.
And if there's nothing to do, then I'm telling you right now, Johnny, somebody is going to trip. They're going to trip up on a success through this thing. They're going to trip up on it.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? What's the father of invention? Necessity or?
Oh yeah. I
Something
think
like that.
that actually is
Necessity or
it.
tragedy. I might have to Google that so I get that quote right. But something's the father of invention. But moments like these are the father of invention. They're the father of creations. They're the father of opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all we're saying, man. Just and look, let's take even the tangible stuff out.
That was
Not
it.
everything is
Necessity is the father of invention.
about. Thank you. Necessity is the father of invention.
Yeah.
So let's take away the tangible stuff. You know, the dreams, the goals, the money, the song, the books. Let's take those away.
Right.
How is your relationship with your kids?
Hey.
How's your relationship with your partner? Now's the time.
Now, so me and my son were arguing. Oh wait, were you asking me?
No, go interject. No, interject. That's fine.
I'm not gonna get it.
Oh, oh, you thought this was a black couch moment?
Yeah, we can lay down. Well, Stone, me and my son have been having some head bumping moments.
But you know what's so beautiful? Let me give some people something they might not have thought of, especially with your not even just your kids. Whoever is in your house, you have a relationship with, right? Mm-hmm. I used to do this every year. The only reason why I stopped is because like fewer and fewer people were responding, which I never understood. But sit down and just say, what is it about me that gets on your nerves?
Yeah. And talk it
out. And now you're seeing all these challenges come out. There's a challenge for you.
That one.
Get on your nerves challenge. How about that? Why don't we hashtag that one?
Have some hashtag honesty. Yeah.
Yeah. And then honestly, and you have to make the commitment right now that I'm not going to try to defend. I'm not going to get offended.
Right.
Because here's the thing, even if what they name is you getting on their nerves is incorrect, you have to remember that it's their reality.
Yeah.
It's their perception. Yep. So that's why when people get offended at me, I have to take it seriously to a degree, because just because I'm passionate, because it's loving, they're not getting it.
Right.
Because they're getting offended. So now I have to compartmentalize, okay, when I talk to this person, I got to deal with them with baby gloves, because they get too offended too easily.
Yeah.
But I deal with this person like Johnny can take it. I could just give it to Johnny straight, and he can be like, no, I feel you, bro. So we have to get to that point. So when you're asking this question, and I hope people really do this exercise for real, like, and even your child, that'll be really eye-opening. If you sit down with your child, it's like, so what is it about mom and your daddy that you don't like? Or what is it about mom and your daddy you wish was different? It would be interesting. And tell them they cannot get in trouble.
Oh yeah.
If they know they can't get in trouble, you are in for a very interesting conversation.
You're gonna hear everything.
So I mean, that's another way of taking advantage of this whole thing.
I mean, it's a bunch of different ways. I mean, you just sit down and figure out what's gonna sharpen your life the most right now, and then choose that to focus on, and then focus on it. I'm personally gonna end on this. The Instagram post that I mentioned to you the other day, and I did not get a chance to fact check this, but Will Smith posted it. And I'm trusting Will to be right on this. But he said that when Shakespeare was quarantined from the plague, that's when he wrote King Lear. And King Lear in this situation can be a metaphor for whatever. It could be that new thing that you're going to create. It could be repairing that relationship. It can be building that relationship. It can be fixing whatever you need to fix.
Right.
Creation comes out of being trapped in solitude alone. If you choose to focus on that thing and create or fix whatever that is.
I'm gonna give you guys something. So one, if you do have a family there, I think everyone should. This time should not go by without everyone not spending it at the very least an hour a day reading.
Oh, no
All
question.
right,
Yeah.
there should absolutely 100% be
Yeah.
reading happening. Now, doesn't always mean a book.
No.
Sometimes it's articles. So let's put it under this cover. Read something that increases your knowledge or better or embetterment. All right.
Yeah.
Read something that does that. All right. So that way, even if it's articles, read something that teaches you something. All right.
Absolutely.
And then if you have kids or family, do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Two things are going to happen. One, obviously, you're going to read and better yourself, improve yourself. But two, you're going to have this whole hour of just quiet,
Man.
which in and of itself could be something.
Me and my son been playing Silenciosaurus a lot this week, but Silenciosaurus, it's like that's the dinosaur that was the quietest. So we've seen who could be the biggest Silenciosaurus. But we've been doing
Silenciosaurus. I never heard of that.
Oh, that's a Johnny creation right there. That's right out of my playbook. But
I love it.
But our family time has been, we've done some movie nights, and we've also been doing some family reading together where we read out loud. Like we'll pass the book around.
Yeah, that's dope too.
But I mean, it's anything that creates a bond that actually builds those relationships and fosters, mainly for that, that's for our son. It's fostering, building his confidence and being able to do it in a public forum.
Right.
But I mean, we're spending quite a bit of time together. Like it's something I got to go to the living room and lock them in the back by themselves because
And that's going to be important. That's going to be important because, out of this thing, we joke about it, but everyone says either going to be a lot of babies or a lot of divorces.
December's going to be big, bro.
Let's hope it ain't that bad. So look, what we want to do, we're going to wrap this up, but what we want to do, what I think will be cool is if y'all can send us an email at lifeonpodcast@gmail.com or hit us up on Instagram, DM us, and just and I might even put a post up and you can just put it in the comments, but what is it that you're doing to take advantage of this whole quarantine thing? All right, how are you taking advantage of it to pursue something or get stuff done and be productive? So we would love to hear from you on that. As always, follow us on Instagram
at Life on Podcast.
We're on Twitter at Life on Podcast _ And again, shoot us an email at lifeonpodcast@gmail.com. And then if you want to find me personally and cuss me out or something like that, you can do so at Stone007. That's 00 Stone007 on Twitter. On Twitter, and then Stone letter 07 on Instagram. Johnny?
And I'm just Johnny Vaughn everywhere. JUSTJONYVAN on all your platforms. And looking forward to hearing from y'all, man. I want to see Stone's workout video because I know you've been getting in that home gym, right?
Oh, I have. And you know what? I might put one up.
Boom. There you go.
I might put one up. All right. But look, give Gwen my love, man. I hope you guys get healthy really quick.
Appreciate it, Brody.
Keep yourself healthy. And then you guys out there, we're going to talk to y'all next week. And hopefully next week things are going to be bigger and better. Don't listen to the news all the time. It doesn't have to necessarily get worse. So just do your part.
Right.
Stay safe, stay healthy. We love y'all.
Yeah. We out of here.
Peace.